Church here to speak for the bill.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, committee members. My name is Ron Kelly. I'm a minister at Prestonwood Baptist Church. I must also acknowledge I'm a Plano City Council member, but I am here tonight representing Dr. Yes, sir.
We have you solely representing Prestonwood Baptist Church.
Yes, sir.
For
So
the bill.
we are for the bill. I have a letter from Pastor Jack Graham, who couldn't be here this
But
evening.
we have to keep it, you're the one that's here testifying, so
They can turn.
you can give it over, we're glad to take it, but I need you to keep your testimony for yourself. Oh, okay.
Okay, well, you will read a letter from our leader of our church, Pastor Jack Graham, who is in support of this bill and encouraging you to proceed. But I would, since the majority of my testimony was going to be the reading of his letter, I would just share this one point. Our church is in Plano, Texas. There is an equal rights ordinance in Plano, Texas. And I think it's worth noting that the equal rights ordinance in Plano does not have a bathroom bill provision. And I think that's worth noting. And we're very much in favor of HB 2899. And it's unfortunate our pastor couldn't be here tonight, but the church is in favor of this bill.
Okay, members, any questions? Thank you for being here and sharing your testimony with us tonight.
Thank you.
You bet. David Stout, County of El Paso himself, El Paso County Commissioner, here to speak against the bill.
Good evening, Mr. Chair and committee members. My name is David Stout. For the record, I am a commissioner from El Paso County. I represent Precinct 2, and I am here to testify against this bill on behalf of the El Paso County Commissioners Court.
Have you here representing County of El Paso and yourself
Yes, sir.
against the bill?
Against the
go
bill.
ahead.
Thank you very much. So I'm here this evening to respectfully urge you all to vote no on the committee substitute for House Bill 2899. And I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you why El Paso County does not support this bill. The community that I live in and that I represent has historically been at the forefront of advocating for and enacting policies that promote equality and anti-discrimination. We boast of having elected the first Mexican-American mayor in the state of Texas. We're the first community to desegregate our public schools in the state, and the first to in the state to create a chapter of the NAACP. More recently, the county that I work for has taken steps to make our community, our institutions, and our facilities accessible and welcoming to all of our residents. In 2013, the Commissioners Court approved a policy that would provide benefits to domestic partners of our employees, that following a similar action taken by the city of El Paso. Late last year, my colleagues and I conducted a review of our anti-harassment and equal opportunity policies and made changes to those policies to ensure that all county residents are protected, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity. We also unanimously adopted a resolution opposing legislation that would deprive members of the LGBTQ community of due process, that creates barriers to recognition and integration by the LGBTQ community, that provides incentives and protections for private sector to discriminate against the LGBTQ community, and that limits access to healthcare, education, and use of public facilities to the LGBTQ community. So as you can see, this bill not only goes against my community's values, but it flies in the face of much of the work that we've been doing to eradicate discrimination. By saying yes to the language of this bill, I feel you'd be saying yes to discrimination. The class of persons referred to in this bill is not defined. This allows political subdivisions to interpret the language loosely and possibly extend discriminatory practices towards many groups. Currently, federal law does not provide protection from discrimination on the basis of veteran status, familial status, marital status, sexual orientation, or gender identity, and this bill puts all of those classes of people in danger, but especially our constituents in the LGBTQ community. People may claim that this is a watered-down version or a compromise to the discriminatory Senate Bill 6, but it is abundantly clear to us.
Just a reminder, we can't reference
Okay,
another bill, and I
Great.
say that for the benefit of everybody here, okay? Please, we
All right.
can't do that.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Duly noted. But for us, it's abundantly clear that this bill aims to exclude the transgender community from being protected from discrimination and asks to regulate the most private and intimate aspects of their lives. It would subject one of the most vulnerable groups of Texans to even more harassment. It would encourage businesses seeking to invest in Texas to look elsewhere to find a more friendly and welcoming environment.
Thank you very much for your testimony.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
Thank you. Philip Jones.